copy, it is progressing, this thing, that thing. Right. And ultimately, I was recruited, and I came to know that I was recruited because of the new thing that I proposed. Right. So then, that's good. I was recruited, but then the head of department, yes, I forgot to tell you then, in terms of faculty-wise, in the Department of Chemistry, we are only 10 faculties, right? So 3 of them are physical, organic, inorganic, and 1 maybe analytical. But then the head of department will always ask me, when are you starting your computational chemistry? Well, I said, yes, we'll start. So we started in 2000. In the year 2000, we started with the subject. Of course, I could not start research at that time, so I started with teaching. Right. Now, when I started with teaching, in Mauritius, we do have something which is known as a core module or an elective module. So I had to start with computational chemistry as an elective module. So where students have the choice to take or not. Right. When I went into the lecture, I could find only 5 students. So I was a bit worried because, you know, there is a rule here that for you to run an elective, you must have at least 10 students. Right. But I did not express that worry to the students because I didn't want them to understand the whole business that was going on. Right. So after my lecture, I went to the head of department. He told me, what happened? You want to leave? I said, no. The problem is I have only 5 students in the lecture room. And I'm worried because I know there is a rule of that. He said, how many you have? 5? I thought you would have only 1. You go ahead. So that was something very positive from him because he knew that it was something new, it was something which was not there, and he was supporting. You see, in the whole development of all these, you have all sorts of supports are quite important at the end, because if you keep on having people that keep on putting all sorts of difficulties, then it really if you really stick to the rules, no, we need to have 10, we need to have 10, we can't demarcate from that, you're in a big trouble. Right. So we started, and the students have really thought about basics of the computational chemistry, and then we do this in the second year. The idea is because they gather the required knowledge for them to undertake their projects in the final year. And interestingly, out of the 5, 3 of them opted for the final year project, which was then good. But that time, we were doing the computations on desktop computers. They were not that very fast, but we were able to do whatever we really wanted to achieve, and that was good. And after their final year project, one of the students joined for PhD. Now in Mauritius, there is no need for you to do a master before joining a PhD. You can start from BSc. You go to straight PhD, but then it's not a direct PhD. You do 2 years MPhil, and then you're transferred to your PhD depending on your success. This is how I shifted from teaching and then starting having a computational chemistry group. Because mathematically, I understand that 1 is a group, so automatically when we were 2, we were already forming a group. So I had that student that started doing the research, and he started in his PhD background. And of course, if now you ask me for an assessment, I'm pleased to share with you that today now the group is quite active. In terms of those who have completed, I should say that we are almost 6 of them have completed. Currently 6 of them are doing their PhDs. I have 2 postdocs, I have 2 research assistants, and in terms of collaborators, we should be having almost 20 to 25 international collaborators. So we are quite an active group in the whole thing, and over the years the group has been able to publish almost 220 papers in the field. So we think that we are doing not bad, but again, as I'm saying, things are different. We can't compare ourselves to other countries. It's not only in terms of computational power, I should share that also with you, but in terms of human resource. As I'm saying, you will not get any student who will join the lab before 9. You will not get any student who will stay in the lab after 4. So 1 hour lunchtime. So just imagine if you really want to do research, how can you do research in 6 hours? Impossible. Right. But then the students, those who are there, I really focus them. Even when they go home, they're able to continue their work. Now the whole thing have really exploded with me in something which is very interesting. Now initially, we were doing the computations on desktop computers. But then I went to one of the conferences and presented a paper. And one gentleman, one senior professor at that time, I think that was in 2005, he asked me that a question. He asked me, I want to know